Thank you to Icefall Creative for sending me a free code for this game. This is not a review of the game, but rather a showcase of what's in the early access version. In a year full of great Touhou fan games, Cirno somehow managed to stand out. I already covered Fearless Frog Slayer earlier this year, and that has a free update that's out today. But there's another Cirno game with an update today, and that's Touhou Danmaku Maze. This game is available in early access on Steam. Of course, to make this video, I needed early access to the new update, which the devs graciously provided. Please note that some of the footage might be different from the final version of the update. The core of Danmaku Maze is what it sounds like, a combination of Danmaku and mazes. Instead of running away from ghosts like Pac-Man, you're focused on fighting one single opponent. As Cirno, you go around mazes collecting ice crystals so that you can spawn a spell card to damage your opponent. Moving around the maze is nice and snappy, and there's some neat mechanics to help you along the way. Getting close to a bullet will slow down time, which allows you to properly judge if you can make it past a bullet or not. Considering how frantic the maze genre is, this is a much welcome feature. It also makes you feel super cool. In addition, you have an ability to destroy bullets from a gauge you can fill over time, and the ability to stop moving to avoid certain bullets. The graphics have a cute hand-drawn art style, with mazes looking distinct from each other and characters looking fantastic. Also, look at Cirno's stop pose. Yeah. Hey, did you know the sky is blue? Did you also know that this Touhou fan game has really good music? What pushes this game a bit above the rest is that every maze has multiple phases of songs. You get a lot of bang for your buck. Like, listen to this transition here. You might have seen there as well, but mazes have different phases. That goes with the thing that really impressed me about Danmaku Maze: creativity. The game pushes its concept to its limits, and we only have 3 out of 6 stages. For example, in Stage 2, Marissa and Cirno accidentally end up flooding the human village, so an angry Kane comes in and starts to fight Marissa. The moving dust cloud is an obstacle, as well as the random debris that flies from their fight. In Stage 1, Dayusei steals a card from Tenchi, and an earthquake ends up destroying the area. So we end up with a zoomed out camera and dried out arena. The changes are very dynamic and keep levels fresh. This game also isn't made by a team who only loves Touhou. It's made by a team who loves video games in general. Of course, Pac-Man is the main maze game someone will think of, but what about Bomberman? You get a Bomberman-styled maze in Stage 2, complete with Marissa throwing potions that act like Bomberman bombs. There's a few more cool homages scattered throughout the game. This game is arcadey in nature, and that includes length. Currently, a full run of the 3 early access stages might only take you around 20 minutes. But this update adds some arcadey enticements. There's new difficulty levels for mazes a la the Touhou games. So, now after you master one difficulty, you can try a harder version of the level. Each level also has a medal system and some Cirno trophies to try to earn. You have to meet thresholds for deaths, score, and time if you want to fully complete a level. These can dramatically change how you approach a stage. Oftentimes, waiting is safer, but this means you lose out on time bonuses and combos. But at the same time, you don't want to just charge for a combo as much as possible, as that can lose you a life for the life rating. You need to find the right balance if you want that trophy. It's really hard to get perfects for everything, so if you're a player who aims for those types of challenges, I think you'll be happy. In addition to replayability, this update adds in a more complete version of Stage 3. Reimu makes use of a lot of creative attacks. This meditation section is extremely cool, and dodging orbital attacks in a rectangular maze is really interesting. You've also got this section which references Donkey Kong. When you think about it, that sort of is a maze game in a way. Again, The creativity of this game shines through. So as is right now, that's the general gist of Danmaku Maze. It's a pretty short experience, but what's there is super high quality. If you want to support the devs and help them make a full version of this game, you can get the early access version on Steam, which has everything I've talked about today. Anyways, happy Cirno Day.